Grass GIS is installed by default when you install QGIS Desktop. While Grass is a completely standalone GIS software package, its capabilities are made available via a toolbar inside of QGIS. This task will teach you the basic terminology and concepts of how Grass manages data, as well as what each button on the Grass toolbar does. First, let's start with some terminology and concepts. Working with Grass data is different than how you may be used to working with data using QGIS or other GIS software packages. Since the storage paradigm is significantly different than what you have seen in prior courses, we will discuss how Grass stores data first. In order for Grass to start a project, it must first connect to a database, also known as a GIS database. The database is simply a folder on your computer that has special subdirectories. Once Grass connects to a database, it then needs to access a location. A location is a child directory of the database and stores the coordinate system or map projection that all enclosed map sets will use. Think of a location as a common container for a project. A map set is a child directory of a location that represents a geographical subset of its parent location. Map sets contain geographic data in their directories. There are two types of map sets, permanent and owner. A permanent map set usually contains read-only geographic data that can be used by anyone. The permanent map set also may contain other information about the location that is not stored anywhere else. Therefore, the permanent map set must exist in every location. Owner map sets are user-created and represent specific areas or study sites within the location. Think of a map set as a collection of geographic data that is project or user-specific. Owner map sets can be named whatever logical name is desired. Examples of map set names are User 1 and Nueces County, where User 1 represents a map set created by or created for a user on the system, and Nueces County represents a project dealing with Nueces County, Texas. Last, there is a concept of a region. A region is a subset of a location defined by a rectangular bounding box. The region is important for raster operations as it bounds the area that will participate in any raster operations executed in Grass. A region is an operating parameter set when working within Grass. So if the above explanation was a little confusing, don't worry. With practice in these labs, it'll start to make more sense. So as an example, let me show you the Lab 3 data. So we're in C drive/GST105. That's our database. And inside this database, we have one location. This location is named Lab 3 Data. Inside that location are three map sets, the permanent map set, and two other map sets which happen to be named User 1 and User 2. Inside of each map set is a whole host of files and directories that Grass will manage for us. So when we look at them through the Grass or QGIS GUI, we will see vector and raster files among others, and so we don't have to really worry about what's inside of these folders here. So just as a review, C drive/GST105 is our database. Inside of our database we have a location, and inside of our location we have map sets. The permanent map set being required and containing files and information not stored anywhere else. So now let's talk about how you can access the data and functionality of Grass inside of QGIS. So I have QGIS 2.4 open here, and there's a Grass toolbar that can be enabled. That's this toolbar here. And if it's not enabled, you can right click anywhere in the toolbar area and choose Grass. So the first button is the Open Map Set, and if I click this, it opens the Select Grass Map Set dialog and allows you to set the database, also known as the GIS database, location and map set for the current project. So for my GIS database, I'm going to click Browse, and I'm going to choose my C drive GST105 folder. And once I choose that, you can see that it finds the location, and you can see that it finds all the map sets available. So I'm going to choose the User 1 map set and click OK. And when I click OK, you can see that it now enables all of the other buttons on the Grass toolbar, because before we can do anything, or most anything, we have to first define a database, location, and map set. If we click the New Map Set button, this will open the New Map Set wizard and will walk you through the process of creating a new map set. If you click the Close Map Set button, this will disable some buttons on the Grass toolbar and will close the current map set. So that's the first section of the Grass toolbar. The second section of the Grass toolbar allows for adding, creating, and editing geographic data, as well as accessing GRASS tools and viewing and setting the region. Let's discuss each of these buttons in a little more detail. The Add GRASS Vector Layer button opens the Select GRASS Vector Layer dialog and allows for adding a GRASS vector layer to the QGIS map canvas. This button is enabled even if a map set is not currently open. Next we have the Add Raster GRASS Raster Layer, and if I click this opens the Select GRASS Raster Layer dialog and allows for adding a GRASS Raster layer to the QGIS map canvas. Again, this button is enabled even if a map set is not currently opened. Next is the Create New GRASS Vector button, and this allows for creating a new GRASS vector layer, and then it opens a GRASS Edit session. So here you would create a new vector name, go forward, and it would allow you to create and edit a new GRASS vector layer. And if we start an edit session, that would be the Edit GRASS Vector Layer. So if I loaded a GRASS vector layer, this button would be enabled and I'd be allowed to edit it. Next is the Open GRASS Tools button, and this opens the GRASS Tools dialog box. This dialog box allows access to GRASS's powerful tools via a Modules Tree and a Modules List tab. And it also provides a hierarchical view of the current map set via the Browser tab. So here's the Module Tree, here's the Modules List, which has a filter function, and then this allows us to look through the map sets and look at all the data we have available. The next button on the GRASS toolbar is the Display Current GRASS Region button, and this will display the currently set map region as a rectangle on the map canvas. This isn't shown here, this will be shown later in the lab. And then lastly we have Edit Current GRASS Region, and if this is clicked, this opens the GRASS Region Settings dialog that allows for manual or interactive setting of the region's extent. This also allows for setting of analysis cell resolution and symbol properties of map region rectangle. This task provided a brief overview of how GRASS can be used within QGIS. This and the subsequent labs in this lab series will only use a small subset of GRASS's capabilities. To learn more about GRASS GIS, visit the official webpage at grass.osgo.org.